Well, hey, church. So, as you all know, I lead a Zoom Bible studies on Monday and Wednesday. And we've been going through a lot of the prophetic books lately. And as we're going through those, you hear the messages of God's warning his people and judgment. And, it's pretty incredible when you begin to read those books and hear what God was saying to his people. Well, in the midst of all of that, and you're listening to what God is warning them about, you always see his mercy and grace also as he reaches out in those prophetic messages of judgment and doom that he's bringing upon the people and the nation. There's always an opportunity for mercy, for forgiveness, for restoration. So, in that thought, in that light, I want to read a passage of scriptures that's written by the prophet Jeremiah. Now, Jeremiah was known as the weeping prophet because his messages that God gave him were all about the pending doom that was coming upon the people because of their rejection of God and not doing what God was asking. So in the midst of that, Jeremiah wrote also the book of Lamentations, which are the lamentations of the prophet, which is that grieving prayer time. But in the third chapter, in the midst of his prayer, listen to what he says here in grieving and calling out to the Lord in the midst of all the coming judgment and doom for his nation. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance, therefore I will hope in him. So I want to just share those 3 verses out of the midst of chapter 3 in the book of Lamentations as Jeremiah is in the midst of all of that pending doom that was coming. And as we look around and we can see like the judgment of God will fall upon America unless there's repentance. There's no doubt about that. We don't have to be a prophet to see that. We've rejected God. We've waved our sin in his face. We've done all the things that Old Testament Israel had done against God. And so as a whole, we can see that and say, well, we're doomed. Well, here's the good news. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. And great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh every morning. Today, this very moment that you're listening to this devotional, God still has his heart wide open, ready to embrace not just me and you, but our entire nation and the entire world. Because he's such a faithful and merciful God. There's hope today. More than hope. He loves us and he is a God of redemption. So please don't get lost in the brokenness that's out there. Get lost in the faithfulness and the mercy of our God and share that good news with others. There's a lot of people that are discouraged and feeling hopeless today. Let's give them the good news of Jesus Christ and restore their hope and the one true God that can do something about it. May God bless you. Let's be his faithful church.